Yeah guys, this video has been a long time coming, my setup video. I'm gonna do it in sort of a vlog style because I feel comfortable doing it like that. And first off, I'm gonna take you on a little room tour. I'm gonna explain to you how I use the setup in more ways. I use it for both streaming / gaming and of course editing. And I do some minute changes to the setup when I go into edit mode, so to say. First off, I'm gonna take you on a little tour through the room, and after that we'll jump into like all the technical stuff, what graphics card I have, how the PCs have been built, which mods I've done to it, and how my whole setup works actually all together. But let's go start walking through the room. Came up the stairs because, as you guys know, I'm in the attic. In the door opening is my biggest fan, the thing that keeps me cool in the summer. Thank you, bro. Really appreciate you. The door is also really cool. It's open right now, but normally I need to open it. And there's a lot of stuff on there, some stickers, some fan art. This was made by Charlotte. Thank you again for that, really appreciate that. A tile, which reminds me of my job and some old co-workers. I actually put a sticker on my last name because I don't want you guys to know it. And just some stickers, some cool stickers in general. Just, you know, try to do something with the door, you know how it is. On the other side is another plaque with a lot of fan art. A lot of people made drawings for me, everybody, thank you for that. You know, some people sent me letters. Cool. I try to keep everything. I actually have kept everything until now, so that's really cool. It really motivates me coming in here, seeing that you guys support me, and I'll just go to streaming and editing again. Next to that is my collection of lawn yards. Behind that is a really cool Twitch sign, which I got thanks to the Reality. Twitch or Reality was thrown away. I just caught one and I stapled it to my ceiling. My hat collection, as you guys know, I collect hats. They're over here. I can look at them all the time. In this corner you see a little desk sort of thing as well. I just keep some random stuff there. Some of the knives I got from some fans. My vlogging bag is usually always there. There's some power to charge all the batteries. There's a keycap bag. I collect keycaps. That's one of the nicest mods I like to do. And I just have a lot of keycaps which I keep in that bag. Well, then behind you guys is of course the setup. Gaming PC, stream PC, all that stuff. As you can see right now, only the streaming PC is on. Sorry, only the stream PC is on. And all three monitors are working. That's because I'm editing. If I edit, I attach the third monitor also to the stream PC. So I just have more pixels to put stuff on, because with editing it's really handy to do that. I also only have one keyboard and mouse stand. The others go to the side because, you know, I'm only editing. I'm only using one PC. The green screen goes up as well because I like myself a little bit of daylight. I use those lights which suck for streaming, but for editing they're fine. As you can see, both soft boxes here on the left and the right are off. Of course, on the top, my collection of boxes. Yes guys, I collect a lot, sorry for that. Some sound dampening I've done as well to reduce echo in my voice, which kind of worked, not as good as I wanted, but it was good enough. And behind the green screen in the corner, some shelving. I keep my tools there, some hardware, just some random bibs and bobs. Okay, the camera's going completely haywire with the lighting, but that's the way it is. And then of course we have some more shelving behind these doors, which I don't really use, to be honest. It's just really storage. So that is the general layout of the room. Oh yeah, the mini fridge you always ask me about. The fridge is over there. So I actually sit against the fridge when streaming. But I do really like the fact that I have a fridge in there with some drinks during streaming. I don't have to run down. I can just stay up here, open the door, get some stuff, and then, you know, GG. Have some drinks, don't have to run down. So that was the general layout of the room right now. If you have any questions about it, make sure to drop them in the comments. I'm more than willing to answer them. My beard isn't on point today, but guys, it's an off day. I don't really care. Next, you'll see some shots of how I work with the setup when editing. So there you saw me editing behind the setup. It's really nice to work with my setup. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a really lucky guy. I have an insane setup which works really well. I'll add some shots of me streaming at the end as well, but I think most of you have seen that. You can always use the back cam to see how I sit, what I do. I'm now just gonna go into some more of the technical stuff I have, how my computers are built, why I built them like that, and what I've done to them to suit me. how the setup in general has been done and all that stuff. So let's dive into that. So this is my stream PC, and let me tell you what I've got in there spec-wise. At the bottom we see the V1200 Cooler Master power supply. I've had that for about 2 years now. 10 out of 10, never failed on me, it always works. Just a really good power supply. Next to that is a little USB RGB LED controller. In this case it is controlling the white LED strip that is pulsating in the lower region of the case. It used to control this LED strip as well, but since I have the Aura motherboard, this LED strip is attached to the Aura motherboard. Okay, on the side here you see some hard drives. Like said, this is my streaming PC. I also edit on it. It has the really fast processor, the really powerful processor. So I need a lot of storage. My stream saves, my edit work, I all save them on here, plus on an external drive somewhere. Here you can see one of my SSDs in this machine, the HyperX Savage SSD, 240 gigs, really fast, 530 from mine. I think it's slightly different. I'll put in the specs down below in the description. Underneath this bracket is another SSD. I have 3 SSDs in this system. I have 2 capture cards here. I have the AverMedia Live, which I used to use, which I haven't been using for about 2 years now. Well, maybe 1.5 years. Because it doesn't do 120 Hertz. The capture card above that, the Vision DVI from DataPath, does do that. It's a DVI driven capture card that can do 4K resolution even, so it's way better. But I have the AverMedia still in there if this one would break, or I'm planning on using that camera, the G7X, as a webcam soon, to see if I can get an even better quality webcam like that. But that is something I want to try out in the future, I don't know yet. Above that is my graphics cards, the GTX 980 Poseidon from Asus. A killer, way overkill for this system, but it is really power efficient, so it was a good choice. Maybe in the future I can upgrade that to a 1060 or something, being even more power efficient. Because actually this system doesn't really need a graphics card. The CPU does all the rendering. The CPU is the 6950X from Intel, of course, and it's running on the Asus STRIX Gaming X99 motherboard. Their latest motherboard with Aura technology. As you can see, you see a lot of stuff pulsating in there. All the lights blinking in the top section of the case are being controlled by the motherboard. HyperX Predator RAM, 3000 megahertz, and in total 64 gigabytes. I have 8 sticks of 8 in there, so 64. Don't really use it all, but sometimes I go over 32, especially when I'm rendering. A lot of stuff gets put into the memory, and then I see that the memory fills up. Never seen 64 gigabyte used yet, so that's actually good, you know. That's why the system has been built. It should never reach its limits. Then all is cooled by a MasterLiquid Pro 120 and some case fans from Cooler Master throughout the case. It's a MasterCase maker. In the front there I'm running 3 fans as well. These 3 fans are being controlled by the NZXT Grid Plus. That's a USB fan controller, so those are the internals of my case. Of course, I have modded cables. The cables have been modded by Payfrog, a friend of mine. He does custom work, he's a German guy. He did an awesome job on these cables. I have custom cables in my game PC as well, which you will see in a bit. But all in all, this beast is finally in a state where I'm very, very proud of my streaming PC. And you know, you guys have seen the performance in stream. It's just sick. It does everything. It doesn't matter. I can just stream everything, record everything the way I want to, and zero quality loss. So that is the stream PC. Next to me right now is the game PC. Let me tell you what is in that beast. So this is my game PC, like I said. On top of here we got the V1200 power supply from Cooler Master, a piece of black spray painted cardboard to hide the cables. Again, the USB controller 4 RGB LEDs. It's running both this white one and this red strip all around the case. They are both being controlled by that RGB controller. Let me put this plate back. There you go. And then the hardware beneath. Ha 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 ha. This is running 2 GTX 980 Ti's STRIX gaming graphics cards from Asus. The 6 gigabytes, so 12 gigabytes of VRAM. Power! It's running a 6700K processor from Intel, being cooled by the Cooler Master MasterLiquid Pro 240, HyperX Predator RAM, 3200 MHz, 32 gigabytes, 4 sticks of 8. It's running the Asus Z170 Pro Gaming Aura motherboard, and it's running HyperX Savage SSDs, 3 in total as well, 240 gigabytes. One is not in RAID, the OS disk is not in RAID, and the disk for the games is in RAID 0, so it does 1 gig a second, both reading and writing. We've got the red fans here from Cooler Master everywhere as well, the same as in the streaming PC, but red instead of blue. We've got custom cables by Payfrog again. These are hot pink, or neon pink, or at least very, very bright colored pink. Because with the red lighting it really sets them off, they pop out. You don't see that they're pink, and I was hoping to do that when I selected the color, and it actually worked out. Let's say Payfrog did an awesome job. Also, you see that the front of the case is on this side all of a sudden. This is a modded case. This is what you call reverse ATX. This has been done by PC Customs, Mike, a good mate of mine. He's made it. As you can see, the processor is down below and the graphics cards are on top. The fans of the graphics card are on top as well. That is all because he flipped the complete internal arrangement of this PC in its own case, so to say. He did a great job. It's really sturdy. It's like I've been to Taiwan with this case and it hasn't done anything. It's just an awesome mod. It looks cool. And heat-wise it is smarter, dust-wise as well, because dust can no longer be laying on the graphics cards. The fans spin, blow it away, done. Less dust. So if you could ever get your hands on a reverse ATX case, I would definitely do that. Those are the internals of this gaming PC. No crazy Xeon X99 setup, because for gaming, single thread performance of course is most important, and the 6700K is unbeaten in that territory. Oh, I forgot a really cool detail. This SLI bridge is an Asus Enthusiast SLI bridge. It is just prettier than ever. You see there's a little RGB light in there. It's not RGB, sorry, it's only red. There's a little light in there, this logo lights up, really cool. Yeah, and that's my case. There's not really much more to tell. Oh, yes there is. A little cool mod we've done at first look. I need to detach this top. This will look a bit clunky, but it needs a little smack to get off. Look at that. This inner piece is wrapped, and then they cut out the holes. You can see it from the back a little bit better. They cut out these holes, which makes it look really cool if you ask me. This is done by FAT, F-A-T, Famcam Tenzin. You can look them up. They do a lot of this custom wrapping for peripherals and such as well, so might you be interested, you know, contact them. Same goes for PC Custom, same goes for Payfrog. Are you interested in what they did with my case? Maybe they can help you out. Just contact them and see what they can do for you. That was my game PC. I've been blabbering on way too long about this beast, so let's see you in the next bit. Peripherals. Let's talk peripherals. What peripherals do I use when streaming? We're going to start on the left and we're going to make our way to the right, and I'll tell you everything I have. Okay, furthest on the left. Cooler Master Sirus STORM Sirus 5.1 USB headset. This is my gaming headset. This is plugged into the gaming PC, and that is what I use for gaming. On my gaming PC also I have the MasterKeys Pro S. That is this wicked ass RGB keyboard that I have standing over here. This is the microphone, by the way, for these recordings. So the MasterKeys Pro S with a Cooler Master wrist rest, really nice. Behind here you can barely see it, but it's the MasterKeys Pro L. Also an RGB keyboard from Cooler Master, as you can see, which I I just love it. They're both modded custom keycaps. This one has clear keycaps and this one is semi-clear keycaps. So they're still black, but they are like slightly more translucent. They let more light through than the default keycaps. The monitor I stare at that is connected to the gaming PC is the Asus PG248Q. It's a 180Hz beast, the newest one on the market. It is hooked up to both the gaming PC and the streaming PC. I'll show you. I can switch to the streaming PC. I do that because when I go editing, I use this screen to put Premiere on. Of course, when I edit, I don't need the game PC, so that's why I've done this. I've just attached this monitor to both, and it's like, it makes me slightly more, I don't know, adjustable, agile to fit the setup to the situation that I'm working in. The two monitors overhead are LG's, really cheap ones. I just bought them because I needed monitors on the stream PC. It didn't need to be anything fancy, so they're just cheap LG's. To be precise, they're the 27MP35s. The mouse I use for the game PC is the STORM Mizar. I'm using a Scorpion mouse bungee from Cooler Master as well, so that keeps your cable in the same position constantly, so you don't run over your own cable or you get more resistance. The mouse I'm using for the stream PC is a Cooler Master Alcor. As you can see, I swapped some part outs to give them a custom look. The Alcor is like the little brother of the Mizar. It's not that heavily gaming related, so that's what I use them for, you know, stream PC, just clicking. The microphone is the Audio-Technica 2020 USB Plus. It is on a boom arm, so I can maneuver it around. It has like a really cheap wind filter on it because I was using a more expensive one, but really this is easier. I had a pop filter and stuff, but it just makes the whole thing bigger. This is small, it's like €5. You slide it over and it does exactly the same as a pop filter. 10 out of 10. You see a light here. I'm going to show you what the light does. The light is my way of notifying me that followers and such are coming in. So because I use a dual PC setup, I don't hear the sound of the alerts in OBS. So I use this hue light, which Mick has made a program for, and it will blink when I get followers. Now let me quickly log into my PC, to the virtual machine I used to run that. Give me a second here. You see it blinks? It can do red, yellow, and purple. It can do all the colors of the rainbow. Those are the three colors we chose to indicate whether I'm getting a follower, or getting a new sub, or getting a donation. So just the easy way of notifying myself, hey, light's blinking, something's going on. Then I've also got this little mix panel over here, which you might have seen. It's the Korg Nano Control 2. It's exactly that. It's a little mix panel. Instead of using volume mixer in Windows to arrange the levels of different applications, I can use the sliders on this little thing. So I never have to alt tab out of the game to adjust the game volume, for instance, or TeamSpeak, or Chrome, or Firefox. I have all of them dedicated to a specific slider. So that's what I use to keep my levels in check. So let's put this baby back as well. And of course, the last thing I use on the desk, not the last thing actually, C920 Logitech camera. That's my face cam. There's a C920 on the roof. That is my top overview cam, which you only see in the waiting stream. And there's a Foscam, like a really cheap old Foscam in the back over there, that does the shot from behind. I forgot something, which I just noticed. The mouse mats. I use two mouse mats. Here you can see these are two different ones. I use the Swift RX L and the Swift RX XL on my desk. The XL is completely for my mouse. I use about 80% of it. That's how much I go back and forth while playing Counter-Strike. And this one is just for my keyboard and my wrist to rest on something nice and silky smooth, soft. So that is the setup, guys. Let's continue on. Well, Mellows, that was my setup video. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching. If you like my setup, leave a thumbs up. That would be amazing. You can also subscribe to the channel. Yes, I'm going to say that more in videos because apparently it works. But thank you all for your support. Love you, Mellows. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.